All right, in this video, we are going to graph linear equations in two variables. So recalling that our slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, m is your slope, b is your y-intercept. Here's the steps for graphing the equation. Put the equation in slope-intercept form, solve for y. Identify your b first, identify m, and then from your b, you identify your b and then graph it. You identify your m, and from your b, you graph your slope. If the slope is positive, go up. If the slope is negative, go down. Okay, then always go right. Remember, if you go up and right, you can also go down and left. And if you go down and right, you can also go up and left. Okay, if you go down and go up and right, you can go down and left. If you go down and right, you can go up and left. It's just the opposite. All right, so let's look at this. So, example A. Y equals 3 halves x minus 2. Your m is 3 halves. Your b is negative 2. So graph your b first. So I'm going to go down 2. Then from that 2, I'm going to graph my slope. And my slope is 3 halves. So I'm going to rise 3. 1, 2, 3. Run 2. Rise 3. 1, 2, 3. Run 2. If I could go up and right, I could go down and left. So from this, I'm going to go, down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then now to get my line, I'm just going to connect those dots. Connect the dots. Okay, and that's what my line would look like. Now for B. Remember slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. In this equation, we don't have an x, so our m is just going to be 0, and our b is going to be negative 5. Remember, when it's y equals, it's going to be a horizontal line. And it's going to go through negative 5. So I'm going to go negative 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 5. And I'm going to draw my line. It's a horizontal line going through negative 5. Okay, now for C, my slope, I don't have one, so it's undefined. And my B is going to be my y-intercept. I don't have that either. Okay, so anytime you have x equals, it's going to be a vertical line. And it's going to go through that number at x equals 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to be a vertical line. So it's going to go straight up and down. All right. And that's that equation, that graph of that line. Okay, so let's look at D. So this one right here is not in slope-intercept form, so I need to get it in slope-intercept form. So I need to solve for y. So I'm going to subtract 12x. And I get 2y equals negative 12x plus 6. Now I need to divide every single term by 2. And I get y equals negative 6x plus 3. So my m is negative 6. My b is 3. So start by graphing your b. And then graph your negative 6. Well, that negative 6 is over 1. So since it's negative, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and over 1. And I can't really go up or down anymore, so I'm just going to connect those two dots. Ooh, that's an ugly one. All right, and that's the equation of that line. Now for E. Once again, you need to solve it for y. Begin there. So I'm going to subtract x. 3y equals negative x plus 9. Divide every single term by 3. Y equals negative 1/3 x plus 3. My m is negative 1/3. My b is 3. So remember, graph your b first, and then graph your slope. So I'm going to graph my b, 1, 2, 3, and graph my slope down 1, since it's negative, and right 3, 1, 2, 3. Down 1, right 3, 1, 2, 3. If I can go down and right, I can also go up and left. So up 1, 1, 2, 3. Up 1, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm just going to connect all those dots. All right, and there's your graph of the equation x plus 3y equals 9. Okay, graphing equations using x-intercepts and y-intercepts. Okay, x-intercept is where the line crosses the x-axis. You're going to plug in 0 for y and solve for x. Y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. So in that case, you're going to plug the 0 in for x and solve for y. Make sure the equation is in standard form. Ax plus by equals c. All right. So looking at A, it's in standard form. Ax plus by equals c. So we're going to say, I'm going to make x equals 0. Find my y-intercept here. I'm going to do y equals 0. And I'm just going to plug that in. Okay. So for x equals 0, I get 0 plus 5y equals negative 5. Divide the 0 plus 5y. 5y equals negative 5. Divide by 5. And y equals negative 1. Oh, I didn't put my negative there, did I? Nope. Oh. I'm going to move this down so it'll be easier to see. Okay, now to find so my ordered pair right here would be 0, comma, negative 1. So I'm going to 0, negative 1. Okay, so now to find my x-intercept, I'm going to plug in 0 for y. So I have x plus 5 times 0 equals negative 5. So x plus 0 equals negative 5. So that just means x equals negative 5. So my ordered pair would be negative 5, comma, 0. So now graphing that right here, those are my two ordered pairs, and it just takes 2 points to make a line. So now to get my line, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to make decent looking lines for you. I'm just going to connect those 2 points. Okay, and that's the graph of that equation. Okay, now let's look at B. Doing the same thing. Is this in standard form? No, because it needs ax plus by. Your x and y needs to be on the same side. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. So let's subtract 3y from both sides. And I'm left with 2x minus 3y equals negative 6. So now I'm going to find my x-intercept, my y-intercept, and graph. So I'm going to say right here, x equals 0. Then y equals 0. So 2 times 0 minus 3y equals negative 6. So this cancels. Negative 3y equals negative 6. Divide both sides by negative 3. And y equals 2. So your ordered pair would be 0, comma, 2. So it's going to be right here. The wind started picking up this morning, of course. Now for my x-intercept. Plug in 0 for y. So I have 2x minus 3 times 0 equals negative 6. So 2x, that goes away, equals negative 6. Divide by 2, x equals negative 3. So your ordered pair would be negative 3, comma, 0. So negative 3, 0 right here. And now to get that line, I'm just going to use my tools and draw the line. And that's going to be the graph of that equation. All right, now for the third one, C. I'm going to get it in a standard form, so I'm going to subtract 3x. So I get minus 3x from both sides. So I get negative 3x plus 5y equals negative 15. So we have x equals 0, and we have y equals 0. Okay, so I'm going to plug those in. So I have negative 3 times 0 plus 5y equals negative 15. 5y equals negative 15. Divide both sides by 5. Y equals negative 3. So your ordered pair is 0, negative 3. Right here. Now for when y equals 0. Okay, so I have negative 3x plus 5 times 0 equals negative 15. Negative 3x equals negative 15. Divide by negative 3. X equals 5. So your ordered pair would be 5, comma, 0. So right here. So there's your 2 points. Now to get the graph, connect those 2 points. And I'm going to use my little tools up here. You guys can use a ruler if you'd like, or the edge of a piece of paper. Just makes life a lot easier. Okay, so there's the equation of that line. If you have any questions, remember, write them down on your notes and be sure to ask when we're in session. All right, thank you.